May God be with me on this stream today. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Youth Lounge podcast. I'm sure as you've noticed, I am a bit edgy, anxious, terrified. Because today's topic is very, very sensitive in the world we live in right now. The people that have their own issues around it, some people have grievances with it, some do not support it, some are indifferent or choose to stay away from the argument. But yeah, I'm not sure if my co-hosts are going to be joining me today. I mean, the topic is a bit of a sensitive field for everyone, so I would not be surprised. Nick has load shedding, unfortunately, so he can't be joining us today. Lita, I haven't heard from in a while, but I digress. We don't really have viewers yet, so I'm talking to myself. But yeah. This is a scary topic for me. But if you are not already, if you are new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you know when we upload and when we go live. This channel has produced a great deal of bangers in the past, and I feel like you'd be really entertained by what we are producing on this channel, and that, not to mention the fact that this is only the beginning, you know. So we really got more bangers and more projects and things coming to you in due time, I hope. So yeah. Now, a disclaimer for everyone watching here today. If this is a topic that is too sensitive for you, if this is a topic that you'd rather stay away from, I completely respect that. And if you feel the need to click away from the video, I respect that as well. Please do watch our other content on the channel. We have some great ish. Um, I've done my best to prepare for this subject today, to make sure that I do not violate or overstep my bounds in terms of this conversation. But when but I also ask that if y'all have anything to say about this or have an opinion or something you want to chip in, feel free to put like comment as we are live. Your comments will be shown, we will recognize them. And yeah, feel free to join the conversation and be a part of the conversation. I will be dropping the link to call in later on in the stream. So here we go. Had to go get an old resource. um yeah, I had to go get an old resource just to make sure the conversation like flows nicely. So the this has actually been made by Ricky. For those of you, the day ones, you guys know Ricky. She made this thing, so appreciate her for that. Thank you. You've saved my life. And yeah, so the LGBTQA or IA plus community. So I'm gonna get cancelled for getting that wrong. Um, First question that I have here is: do you support them? Yes, I do support the LGBTQIA plus community. The IA is a bit new to me when it comes in terms of talking, so I might have to get used to that. But I I support the community. Um, or at least I'd like to believe that I do. In terms of whether I'm active in my support, whether I'm uh, active in showing love for the community, I'm not sure. I do not try to get involved in the political debate about it or whatever kind of debate surrounds the subject and the idea, or at least not on a public scale. Um, because, well, this is a very sensitive thing for people. It's not necessarily something that in the world right now we can actively and openly talk about, because it makes so many people uncomfortable, or in some cases some people angry. This is a topic that some people would definitely rather stay away from. But I firmly believe that progress cannot necessarily be made without conversation. We cannot, without understanding, there will the chances of us making progress in any issue that we have is, or any issue that the world has, or social issue that the world has, um, if it is not spoken about or openly discussed, so that all parties involved can have an understanding of how we are to move forward, then I do not believe that the world will progress if we cannot do that. So I am, I do support the community. Uh, I think it is safe to say that my support for the community is more intellectual, more than visceral. Now, what I mean by that is my mind, and this is me being absolutely 100% honest here. My mind is my mind has come to terms with the nature of the pride community, and I have no problem with it. But in terms of how it physically, the kind of physical reaction that I have towards it, I'm still like a huge work in progress. I do not condemn anyone for their choices or how they express their sexuality. It is a choice that they themselves make. And for some, it is a part of them that they cannot deny or fight. Not, and I'm not saying that they should do that. So I would like to believe that I am an ally of the community, although this is very dangerous ground to be talking. I'm not indifferent. I wouldn't say I'm indifferent. Or maybe I am. Like I said, I'm still a work in progress, and I'm still trying to figure this thing out. I think everyone to some degree is. Um, but yeah. So feel free to comment and kind of give us your opinion about how you are going, or how you feel about them. Do you support them? Do you not? Are you indifferent? And if so, why? If you are comfortable putting that out there, no problem. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to just mute myself for 2 seconds. I know this is very unprofessional, but to be fair, no one's watching anyways. So yeah. So sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I had to address something quickly. This stuff going on behind the scenes. That is, yeah, developments and things like that. Sorry. Where was I? Oh yes. Feel free to put it in comment section whether you do support this community or not. Are you an ally? Are you active? Are you a member of it? And if you are, we do not hate. We The sound, yeah, sorry. I muted my mic because I had to say something to the people of the podcast to let them, oh, we're discussing things, so it was urgent. But hi Lynn, I'm back now. Uh so as I was saying, I I would like to believe that I am a supporter of this community, and I yeah, I think I've said all that needs to be said in terms of how I feel when it comes to supporting. I support them on an intellectual level. Physically, it is still a work in progress for me. It's not necessarily something that I am used to. I don't so it takes time, I think, for anyone and everyone to get used to to members of that community and how they express their sexuality. But that's not to say that I am not a supporter or I am somewhat disgusted by anyone who has a different sexuality other than heterosexual. That is not what I'm saying or believe at all. So another thing that Ricky put in the kind of talking points thing is, are you a part of that? No, I'm not. I am strictly heterosexual. I have actually had people ask me in the past, like, don't you ever think of like maybe experimenting or going like trying other things with other sexes? Yeah, or with other guys and stuff like that. Personally, I don't feel any inclination to do so. I do not have any curiosity. I think my mind has always just been in a space of being straight. I mean, that's just how I've come up. I bear no shame in being heterosexual. I swear, if that's not the right word, if heterosexual is not the right word to describe me being straight, then I'm an idiot. I look like an idiot. But yeah, I I'm proudly straight. Let's say that I'm only into females. I'm not a I'm not an active member of the pride community. I don't. I've never had that inclination of curiosity anywhere when it comes to attraction. I've never been interested in that and never had any feeling as to, oh, maybe I should try, guys, or no, that's just never been me. uh Question here: what do you think about LGBTQ plus or LGBTQI plus representation on the media? um the media these days seems to have seen, well, it depends on which media you're talking about. If you're talking about in the world of entertainment, um it seems like people are getting more, or this pride community is getting more representation in the media. Rightly so. I don't think anyone should be hidden or kept away from being able to be represented, because I mean it's the same as black people. We want to see versions of ourselves on screen. Being seen like that on in the media and stuff like that makes you, I don't know, it just makes you feel like you can exist as a prominent member of the world. If you are, if you can just see that in youth or whatever, it is much easier to actualize and find confidence in it. So I think it's I'm all for representation of it. Um, I have to be honest though. I don't think, sometimes I feel like people only bring members of the pride community into media because of that, the fact that they are members of pride of the pride community. It's not always a question of merit. It's sometimes to tick a box, or in my opinion, it's sometimes to tick a box to say, okay, we are representing everyone. It's kind of the same with, I don't like, certain companies have programs where they absolutely have to include members of different races in their workforce, so that there is diversity within their workforce, and it's not said that certain groups are getting privilege over others. Um, so sometimes I feel like in the media, on TV shows or stuff like that, certain people are only put in because of the fact that they are a part of the pride community, not necessarily because of merit or what they could bring to a story or to that form of entertainment at all. Um, yo, Wes, thank you, Wesley, for clearing that up, because I don't know, I was saying it so much, and then I felt like I wasn't sure if I was saying, if it was the right thing to say. But thanks for clearing that up, brother. But if you're talking about media as in the news and mainstream, like I said, the world we live in today has made a very serious effort to stay away from conversations or even the topic of pride, unless it's for promotion or speaking about it in a positive light. No one really speaks about this in no one speaks about some of the ugly parts when it comes to that. Now, what I mean when I say ugly parts, I mean the uncomfortable things to think about, the things that not everyone is comfortable with talking about. But like I said in the beginning of the stream, if no one wants to talk about it and no one wants to understand just because it makes them a little bit uncomfortable, there will be no progress within this issue to move forward and better understand how we can integrate these people and make them a part of the world, because at the end of the day, what those people experience, that is in regular human experience. They are having a regular human experience. And I think it is only fair to allow them to have that experience without coming down on them and condemning them like they are evil. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say about their representation in the media. They're not represented in terms of reality media unless it's like reality TV or something like more relaxed. But in terms of like news and uh, media for understanding, it's not really. Maybe it is there, but not everyone is willing to look for it for better understanding or like educate themselves or do their research. So I think maybe maybe people need to independently do their own research, find vlogs, blogs, and everything. Like just try to educate yourself and understand better. Maybe I should take this advice as well, but understand the pride community better. I think it's the best approach to it. Um, so to the next point, uh, to the next point that I was, or from the notes that I have. Well, this thing is scary, you know. This topic has me scared. I'm not gonna lie. Um, question number three. Do you consider trans people as the gender they actually identify as? It's difficult. Because in order to, if I think about like a real world situation where you are engaging a person who is trans, sometimes it's easy to make the sometimes it's easy to make the mistake of calling them by the pronouns that they do not use. Um, Lynn says yes, she does identify, or she does consider them by what they identify as. Um, yeah, like if I am aware of the pronouns that they use, I will most definitely accommodate them. Now, some people or people who have been watching this podcast week in, week out, I may have said something a few episodes back uh in a joking fashion, and I don't know, before someone digs up the video just to get me canceled or get me in trouble. So I said that people who use different pronouns, I don't even remember the joke in its entirety, but it was something along the lines of some people should just calm down when some people should just calm down when it comes to the whole pronoun thing. Now, I'm gonna clear that up. When I was addressing that issue, I was addressing it to people who are not a part of the transgender section of the pride community, because transgender people changing their pronouns or creating different pronouns for themselves, using they, them, or he when it used to be a she. I will not. I completely agree with the management of your own pronouns to whatever makes you comfortable. That makes sense. But when it comes to, or at least to me, that makes sense. Or but when it comes to people who choose to use different pronouns, even though they are a part of a specific gender. Like if you are a full-on woman, born, raised genetically that way, uh, and you are choosing to use the pronouns of he, sometimes I find it difficult within myself to take certain people serious when they do stuff like that. Now, like I said, this conversation is very dangerous. This conversation is very dangerous because um a lot of people are uncomfortable, but this is me giving my honest opinion, and I hope that you guys, the viewers, can appreciate my honesty. This is an honest opinion. I do not want to lie to you just so that you are happy with me. So when people who are in a specific gender and are not trans do not uh or choose to use different pronouns just because they want to, I cannot take them seriously. I struggle to. Although there are intersex individuals. So if it is someone who is intersex and they say, these are my pronouns, I am this, yes, my gender or whatever may not biologically be clear to you, but I identify as this thing, then I will be completely okay with that. But someone who is genetically, like, in the entire body genetically is a he or she, but they want to use the opposite. I don't want to. I don't. I struggle to take them seriously. Thank you, Lynn, for not. Thank you, Lynn, for not hating me. Yeah, because I don't know. Some people would get angry with some of the things I'm saying, but this is just me trying to be honest. So yeah, but Lynn is also making a specific call. Not a comment here. People are bound to have different opinions due to religion, culture, and etc. Um, yeah, most definitely. Uh, I know some people around me who are very religious in that they do not agree with the choices of anyone who choose to become or becomes a member of the pride community. I do know people who are like that, and I've had conversations with those people, and they hold true to what they believe in. And I think, I mean, everyone has the right to freedom to practice religion, or at least in this country, or in the majority of countries. Um, I think people have should have the right to practice their religion, but just because you have a right to be a part of the shit, I'm losing my words now. Big sorry, I'm slowly having to process everything that I'm saying. But when it comes to the whole idea of religion, I think everyone should be able to practice their beliefs, and if those beliefs basically are designed in a way that say they do not support this community, I think that is okay, as long as you do not attack the community or anyone that is in the community. Having the right to practice your religion or practice your own belief system does not mean attacking other human beings based on choices that they have made. Like I said before, it is a human experience, and one that they do have, at least in South Africa, they do have the right to practice, and no one can tell them anything about that until it is their choice. And if you really believe, whatever religion you have, if you feel like your deity, your God, if you believe that they are not happy with or pleased with the people that form part of this community, well, let your deity or God deal with that. This is not your fight. It is best for you to sit back and just leave them alone, let them live their life, and they will live out the consequences according to you, live out the consequences of their actions and lifestyle choices when the time comes for them to do so. So that is yeah. Lynn is also correct here. Calling people slurs is unnecessary. Yeah, it is. I don't think you should berate anyone who forms part of this community. Like I said, it's a human experience and you may not understand it, but just because you don't understand it doesn't mean you should fully attack it. Um, Lynn says here that, oh, she corrected herself. Gender is viewed as a social construct. I'm not sure what you mean there. Are you trying to say that um Lynn, are you trying to say that are you trying to say that the world views gender as either one or the other, and that people who make a switch or transition are kind of what disputing what they are, or like trying to I don't understand. Can you elaborate on that? How do you feel about the LGBTQIA community hating on human beings for being straight? Uh, any member of the pride community that hates a member or hates on anyone because they are heterosexual, uh, that's kind of wrong on you, because you hating on me for being straight is the same as me hating on you because you're gay, lesbian, bisexual, trans, intersexual, asexual, whatever. Like you hating on me for being straight, you're basically hating on me for the same thing that you do not want to be hated on, and I don't think that's fair on anyone. Hating on someone because of the way they live their life or express their sexuality, that is not for you to do. Like it's wrong on both sides of the spectrum, and just because you're a member of the pride community doesn't mean you get to hate on everyone else because they are not. The same way anyone a part of the pride community made the choice to be a part of the pride community, and live that way, they should also respect the choices of those who live heterosexually, because as much as you are having a human experience, our interpretation of the human experience is that we only have an attraction to the other gender, and we are basically of the gender that we were born into. That is the heterosexual understanding of people. So like it should not be a thing of you guys get to bully or slur us if you do not want to be slurred. Because if you want to get dish it out, um I might not, but someone else, if you dish it out to them, better be ready to take it, because then you're doing exactly what you want. uh you're doing exactly what you don't want us to do to you. So yeah, I completely agree with Lynn here. Um, being straight does not equal being homophobic. Okay, I don't have a problem with people who are homosexual. I that is a choice that they made. Now, I may not be completely comfortable being around certain people because of their sexual choices, but like I said, I'm a work in progress. I think everyone is. So we cannot hate on each other because we are having normal human reactions. Not to go and hate on people is wrong either way, but like for those of us who don't hate and are just trying to figure this out and we are uncomfortable, that is a normal human reaction to something that is to an idea that is very foreign to us that we cannot understand or relate to. So everyone is just trying to figure this out. Um, Lynn here says, for some, it is not a choice. You can't help who you have a crush on. Uh, yeah, I guess for some people, it isn't a choice. For a great deal of people, they feel it is or they interpret it as just something that comes natural to them. Um, that is genuinely how they feel, and if it is something beyond them, if it is something that they, I don't want to say control, but if it's not something for them that they can turn on and off, then you're gonna have to respect that because that's just, I don't know, instinct to them. I don't know. Maybe I had a conversation with someone about this not too long ago. Because someone made a point to me that the idea that your sexuality is not necessarily something you choose, it's something you're born with. Uh I don't know. He said that it is not true. I'm not gonna say I agree with that because I haven't had the experiences that the pride community has. But it for some people it's enough of a feeling or strong enough feeling to turn it into a lifestyle. And if someone is actually attracted to men, there's nothing we can do about it. That's something, however they handle that is up to them. I mean, there are people that make the argument that how is it that for the longest time in history there haven't been as many or as many members of the pride community as there are now. You could easily make the argument that this period of history is a period of which there are more people of pride than ever before in history. Like there's more people in the past 20 years that are in the LGBTQ community and do not form that have, oh, I'm mixing my words here. Okay, let me start again. There are more people a part of that community now than there has ever been in history before. So the argument for some people is made that they can, like, it's not a thing of, it's a feeling, it's a it's a choice. And I understand where people come from, but I think you also have to look at it as Lynn even hears, like the comments, remember it was illegal for some time to be gay, lesbian, bisexual, to have any other sexuality other than heterosexual was a crime. So, not to say that it didn't exist, it just was hidden. It was something that people kept away, and for a long time, pretty much all of history, it was frowned upon as well. A lot of people were frowned upon. Lynn's helping me make my points here. People got killed, and in conservative countries still get killed. There are people that are still prosecuted and murdered for, or sentenced to death for having a different sexuality. So it's not to say that gay marriage in USA was legalized in 2015. Wow, that feels rather recent, but okay. uh but as I was saying, it's not to say that this thing didn't exist. It probably did, but was hidden for a very long time. And we don't know what people, I mean, there are stories and myths about legends and other people that in history that were not completely straight. You hear stories of guys. You know what? I'm not gonna mention names of those individuals because next thing some person comes at me on a cultural basis and starts attacking me. But I can't say that they I can't say that this it didn't exist. And like I said, and I have been saying, this is a human experience. This is a feeling that people have, and for some, it is so strong that they act on it. And for a lot of them, it's strong enough to make them live by it. So that's how they feel, and that's just how it is. And I think the rest of us have to get used to that. But in history, it's not to say that these things were not existent. They just probably weren't either spoken about or allowed to be, or allowed to happen, you know? I find it hard to believe that being gay, being bisexual, trans, asexual, I find it hard to believe that all these feelings and ideas only began to exist in the last 70 years. I don't think they have just been around for that long. I think they've been a something that people have experienced throughout time, and whether it was publicized or not is what it is, you know? So yeah. I'm actually gonna put the link to call in now into the comment section. I feel like I've said a mouthful. Uh So I'm gonna put that in the comment section now for you guys to call in and have your say about what you think and feel about what I've discussed about the LGBTQIA plus community, about all of them things. So yeah, the link is now in the chat. So feel free to comment. No, I mean call in and tell us what you think about what I've said so far. Think I've said a mouthful. But and if anyone has questions or like any other questions that they would like to ask, feel free to put that in comments as well. I have no problem um answering those, you know. I was scared, but I kind of still am anxious, but I've been careful so far, so I think I can manage it. Um yeah. Oh well, it's fine, Lynn. No problem about that. I know there's another viewer watching right now, so I'd love for them to get involved in the conversation. I know Lynn's not the only one in the chat. Uh, so I'd really love for you guys to get involved in the conversation and have your say. But yeah, I don't know. This is a heavy topic. Uh, for many it gets uncomfortable for a lot of people, and I understand why. There's It's not the easiest thing to talk about. um Yo, thank you, my G. Thanks, Wiz. Yeah, I wanted to have the rest of the panel here, but the load shedding kind of messed us up. I'm pretty much the only guy right now in the group that has a spare router. So like when the fiber goes off, I can switch that on and I use that. So not everyone was Nick and Muhammad weren't able to pull through. Uh so yeah. But if y'all want to have your say, if you all want to get involved in the conversation, say something to me personally, then uh links in the chat. Feel free to feel free to have your say and tell us how you feel about this topic. If anyone watching is a part of the Pride community, I'd love to kind of have a conversation with you as well, just to get your opinion on what I've said, if I've been incorrect on anything so far. So, but yeah. Whew. Oh, geez. Oh, they said I should. So while I've been talking to you, someone told me I should end the stream now because they wanted to do it later. But it's a bit of a flop now. So yeah, but yeah, we continue. I don't know if anyone's gonna call in. Maybe I should end the episode here. But I'll tell you guys what. Maybe in the next 24 hours we will do a continuation episode. Uh a part two. I know we did a part two to people of color in SA. So I would most definitely be have no problem to do a part two of this when I think the rest of the panel is available when maybe when more people want to or are available to watch the stream. I know the show time is a bit conflicting with load shedding schedules right now. So I don't know if I do end the stream here. Um, if I do end the stream here, there will probably a part two. I think I might do a part two to this. But to be fair, like talking about this with you guys, it hasn't actually been bad. So I kind of I, I mean, my heart was racing in the beginning, and like I feel not that I'm gonna throw up, but I feel like I'm trying to hold my breath nicely in that. So yeah, but I don't know. Let me quickly tell this guy that I just saw his message now. I've been streaming the whole time. So yeah, I know you guys like the episodes better when there's more interaction, but someone just private messaged me something and I've been thinking about it a long time. They know who they are. They know, yeah, bruh. Personally, I have been thinking about it the whole time. I think since the last time, nah, since season two began, I've been thinking about that. But I don't know. I there's logistics to it, and yeah, I might do it. I might just do it. But we will see in due time. We will see in due time, my guy. So, all right, we have no one that's called in. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been your boy LSG. Uh, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna put my social media. I might not do it right. I might not do it right, to be fair, but I'm gonna put my social media thing in the description now for the video while I'm still live. And you guys can go check me out on socials. Yeah, I mentioned this last week. I'm on social media. I got an Instagram and everything. Uh, so yeah, I'll also put the link for the youth lounges socials in. Yeah, man, you guys know what I'm saying. You guys know what I'm saying. I'm still new to the socials thing, so like, don't berate me just yet. But yeah, I would appreciate a young follow. I wouldn't have a problem with it. Um, go. I'm gonna say it as I type so that you guys don't just stare at me typing. Go follow the channel channel socials. Where's that comma? What comma, bro? No, that's not a comma. Channels socials. Mm, actually, go follow our socials. I know it's weird. Like I'm typing right now, and you guys are just staring at me do it. I know it's weird. I think there's what only one person here staring at me do this. Yeah, yeah, it's one person. It's calm. It's calm. It's calm. It's calm. I have no problem. But you guys are probably. I'll wait. Like I'll salute you when I'm done here. But yeah, I'm just gonna do this. This is very like into the stream. Um, our socials. Actually, go follow our Instagram because I'm only putting Instagram things here. Mm, LSG, my strange LSG. Wait, did I put that strange in capital letter? No, I didn't. I swear I didn't. I swear I didn't. Strange, yeah, 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 yeah. Strange LSG. Well, if you're legit staring at me, just type this. You're a real one. Voila, you're a real one. Yeah. Youth, because I just felt the need to put this here. Youth, um, youth lunch podcast. Yes. Uh, you underscore lounge dot podcast. And yeah, I think that is good. Save changes. Broadcast must be scheduled in future and within 1 year. Please edit a start time. What? Broadcast is already live. I know that. Save changes, bro. Just save changes. Okay, whatever. But yeah, yeah. Is it safe? All right, guys. So I've just wasted your time. No one's watching. I've just wasted your time typing that out because it's telling me that the thing has to be saved. The changes have to be saved or have been saved already with start time and that. But love, man. Thank you everyone who is if you're still watching me now, you are a real one. Voila, thank you. But everyone who has tuned in today, I appreciate you so much. This would be my I think what third episode doing this kind of by myself. Muhammad was here last week, but he had to dip. So yeah, appreciate y'all. Much love and gratitude to you. Godspeed and may he be with you, whatever you think he is, whether he's the universe, whether it's Allah, whether it's Jehovah. Yeah, you understand the thing. Whether you don't believe in him at all, bro, may God be with you. And same place. That's how we do. Salute.